Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one, welcome all. We're here at Tarble Arena as the Vikings come into town to take on the Firebirds of Carthage in a battle for first place in the CCIW. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll join the PA announcer for the national anthem.
At this time, please direct your attention to the American flag located at the north end of the arena. It draped the coffin of Captain Frank Ferreri, a former Carthage student who died in Vietnam in 1970. The flag is a gift to the college from his parents. In remembering Captain Ferreri, we pay tribute to all who have sacrificed their lives for our country and honor those who today put themselves in harm's way in service to America. And now at this time, please rise and move your caps for the playing of our national anthem. At middle blocker, a 6-foot sophomore from Wallach Catholic High School in Dubuque, Iowa, number 17, Ella Padecker. At center, a 5'9" freshman from Brookfield Central High School in Brookfield, Wisconsin, number 18, Tatum Cavasek. And at libero, a 5'3" freshman from Durand High School in Durand, Illinois, number 10, Jenna Damon. Head coach for your Firebirds is Leanne Ulmer. Coach Ulmer is assisted by Barb Clark, May Oberhofer, Carly Block, and graduate assistant coach Morgan Lebner. Referees for the match are James Arts and Felix Madera. Line judges are David Galarraza and Ellen Booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one, welcome all. It's yours truly, Peter Ferreri, Firebird volleyball action coming your way from Tarble Arena. What a game we have in store for you this evening as the Firebirds come home 13-4 overall, 3-1 in the CCIW. The Vikings battling for first place. They are 14-5 overall, 3-1 in the conference. So yes, tied in the conference, a one-game differential in the win-loss column. Whoever comes out of this one is going to have their share of first place in the CCIW. 37-15 overall is the record between these two squads, with the Firebirds having won 11 straight contests dating back to 2013, including a sweep last fall. The Vikings are excited for this opportunity to turn that 11-game losing streak into victory, and they're going to have to do so against a red-hot Firebird team here in Kenosha. Left to right are going to be the home Firebirds in long-sleeve white jerseys with red numbers and letters and black trim. The visiting Vikings wearing their own white jerseys with gold numbers and letters and black trim, with a navy libero jersey with the gold numbers and letters, and then the home libero for the Firebirds, that being number 10, Jenna Damon. Damon is the 5'3" freshman out of Dunnard, and she will be wearing the long sleeve black, red numbers and letters and white trim. Serve right to left, and we're underway. Damon back set on the slide, double block still alive. Set far pin, not able to get down in the back row, didn't make a quick jump on it, and first point is going to go to the home Firebirds. Visiting libero out of Sugar Grove, Illinois, and Caneland High School is going to be Grace Varanikar. And Firebirds out to a hot start, 2-0. Again, we know you have lots of things to watch on your Wednesday evening. We are glad you're with us here on the Firebird Broadcasting Network. Set from the back row, still alive. Again, two of the best squads in the entire CCIW facing off this evening in Kenosha. Right over the middle, and that falls down. Good hit over the middle for the Firebirds to get a 3-0 lead early on in the contest. Back to serve. Kabisek. That one's going to go to the way of Augustana. Service error for Varanikar. Now serving for the Firebirds is Molly Skoda, the senior out of Frankfort, Illinois, the pride of Lincoln Away East. That just goes out of play. Good eye by Rachel Galuzzo from West Des Moines, Iowa, as she was able to just move past that baseline. So Carthage leads 4-2, serve for the Vikings. Back set, tool kill. Getting all of that is Liv Carroll, the 6'1 sophomore out of St. Michael, Minnesota. A presence on the near pin. A lot of thunder behind that. Damon serves. Augustana not able to get there cleanly, so a hot start for the Firebirds. Damon from the far back left corner, not able to get there. She's all smiles. It was tough because if they would have gone over the top, it would have been worse than if she has to dive forward. So just perfect placement for the Vikings, down 3. Serving now is Emily Skipper, the outside hitter from Fulton, Illinois. Beautiful power serve. Tip back in. Yeah, there was so much behind that serve that not able to do anything was Carthage. Serving again is going to be Skipper. Nice low pass, 10-foot line, flat-footed, just trying to keep the rally alive. Set near pin, that's going to be a net violation. And points going to go to Augustana, and they are back to within 1. Good composure early on by the visiting Vikings. Back set out of play, finding an angle. A set over, good play by Katie Boston, the middle blocking freshman out of St. Louis. So it started with Liv Carroll just keeping the rally alive right down the tape. Augustana not being able to cleanly set up their offensive attack, and then by the time it got back to Boston, game over. 7-5 Carthage. Lefty serve by McCarthy. As McCarthy now sets far pin. That looked like it was tipped, and they're saying out of play. So I thought there was a tip, but nonetheless, points going to go to the Vikings, 7-6. Tip over the top. Good play in the middle by number 8, Ajabola, the middle block from Lockport, Illinois. A lot of Illinois products on this Kenosha, Wisconsin crew. Directional serve picked up cleanly by Aubrey. Near side, not able to self-preserve Bose McCarthy, and points going to go to the Vikings. Nice back and forth battle. Going to hit the tape and drop right back down. So just like that, after a hot start by Carthage, cooled off by the Vikings, tied at 8 apiece. Pick up from the back row. With 1 set, 1 down, 1 kill. Katie Boston. More than a feeling. 9-8 Carthage. Serving now is Fiona McDermott. Bump up by Varaknikar. Firebirds get 2 in a row. Is Varaknikar not able to set up clean enough near that near pin? So Carthage gets their lead back to 2. Quick 1 set over the middle. Massive kill by Davis out of Los Angeles, California. All the leaves are brown and the skies are gray. As Augustana trails 10-9 here at Tarble. Set tip over the middle. Not able to get down low enough is Veronica again. She has been all over the place for the visiting Vikings. Anytime Vikings get close and or tie it, Carthage gets one or two quickly back. Set near pin. Hitting the tape. They're letting him play on. I thought it hit the tape, but nonetheless, rally continues. Back row, massive kill. Emily Skipper. I'm a tour guide on the Jumbo Cruiser Eye. Emily Skipper's my name. And just like that, Augustana ties it up at 11. So every time they've tied it, Carthage has found their way to get two in a row. Let's see if that trend continues. Flat-footed, not gonna happen there, and the Vikings take a lead. 12-11, timeout on the court. So Coach Ulmer, in her 22nd season, decides to realign things as Carthage had a very good lead at one point and then lost it one by one, tied it, got a lead again, tied it, got a lead again. Next thing you know, Augustana turning things around, getting a lead and maintaining it here. Again, 12-11 your score. Looking at some of the numbers, kill leaders, Pettinger, Carroll, and Rowe for Carthage, and Hurst, Skipper, and Julius lead the way in kills for the visiting Vikings. 4 attack errors for Carthage, so that's one of the big differences right now. On top of Augustana hitting at a 500 clip. So 18 attacks for Carthage, but 4 attack errors. We've seen it a few times here, hitting the tape, not able to get it over. That's allowed for Augustana now to lead by 1. With the serve for the Vikings, Ranikar. Breaking through to the other side, Molly Skoda, 5'11" senior. Getting the coach's point, bringing the heat. One over the middle, returning the favor. Good play by Sid Kruger out of York, Illinois. Augustana finds the tape to set up the offensive attack. Not much behind it by Carroll. Over the double block, hit the fingers and hit the floorboards. Augustana now gets their lead to 2. Looks like we're gonna have a substitution after this serve. Quick one set over the middle, going back row, high return by Julius. Double block still alive. Near side, down, kill again, Emily Skipper. A outstanding job in this first set, subbing in Madeline Danielson, the 5'6" freshman out of Geneva, Illinois. As Julius continues her serve. And bumping it out of play, misguided pass from the back row. As Kamisek not able to do anything, and another timeout by Carthage. So that's their second and final timeout. So it was 12-11, Augustana had the lead. And they decided to take a timeout then. Next thing you know, it is a 4-1 rally for Augustana, and based on that rally, they have 8 assists for the Vikings, 1 ace for Augustana, 2 for the home Firebirds, 6 digs for Augustana, and 2 reception errors. So things, really going the way of the Vikings. Carthage takes a short timeout. They're already back on the court. Coach Ulmer is probably like, hey, first place is on the line here. Conference rival, 11 in a row. If you're the Vikings, you're coming in, and you may say, well, people may think the pressure's on us. I would flip it and say the pressure's on the Vikings. Can they keep winning against their Southwestern rival? Far pin down, and that's what you want to see out of a timeout. Katie Rowie down the river. 16-13. Serving now, Damon the libero. Returned by Galuzzo. Not able to get there is the libero Damon. She was in that far pin position where the Vikings caught her earlier in this set number 1. And the home fans kind of quiet as they were not expecting Augustana to come out firing, especially as Carthage had that early lead. 10-foot line, able to knock it down. So flat-footed in the back row, not able to get there. It looked like with Skipper. I'm not quite sure she was ready for it to dip right in front of her. And a much-needed point for the Firebirds. Set near pin. Double block, but that goes out of play. And point's going to go Vikings. The line judge was almost going to call tip, almost going to call pin. Nonetheless, point Augustana, serve, and we continue on. Kruger with a good serve. Back set. Hits the tape and falls down. That's where the tape is your friend. Katie Boston gets Carthage to within 3. Rowie, solid serve. Dump attempt, picked up by Carthage. Set near pin, block, couldn't get there, pancake by Damon, but not able to be served was Rowie. Augustana now 6 points away from set 1 victory. A rocky start for the Vikings in the first third of this set before they came back and got their lead at 12-11. Set, far pin. Good return by Sullivan. And Augustana not able to play it off the free ball off the rafters. So Carthage back to within 3, but they need some 2-for-1 deals to get back in this contest before Augustana comes in and stuns to take set number 1. Left hand. And I'm sure the Vikings faithful are saying, not surprising to us. Near pin again, double block, cool kill for the Vikings. Bust out the chainsaw. As the R2 make sure they need to see the official substitution. Back to serve from West Des Moines, Iowa, Roosevelt High School, the 5'8" junior Rachel Galuzzo. Set over 1. Good job on the free ball by Augustana. Back set. And what's that call going to be? It's going to be point for the Firebirds. Again, within 3, but they have not been able to get it any closer. Serving now. Kabasek. Service error. Not what you want if you're an Augustana fan. as Coach Ulmer just shakes her head. Again, the errors self-inflicted. Tip over with the right hand by Carroll. Resets up the attack for the Vikings. Set far pin. Carroll directional set. Good job using all of her height. The sophomore, they had a double block closing on that far pin. She just directional set it right over the tape. That's her second one tonight, really utilizing, service error. So last serve was into the net. This one was too far, and gimme points going to the Vikings, and they'll take them, as would Carthage in this circumstance. Set serve too far. So again, if 3 out of the past 4 points have been service errors between the two squads, it's Carthage now trails by 3. Libero Damon serves. Back set. Double block. Again, the Vikings keep it alive. And point is going to go to Carthage as that goes out of play. No tip called. All smiles is Bear Ross. Carthage within 2. They still need a few more. Galuzzo, not quite sure where that was going, went for it nonetheless. Setting up the offensive attack. Firebirds out of play. No tap. Again, just things falling the way of the Vikings. Substitution checking in. Caroline Hurst out of San Antone, Texas. Skipper serves. Big kill for Carthage, literally sending it into the rafters as Galuzzo has to get it from the 5th row. Carthage within 2. The rally needs to happen now. Augustana 2 away from set 1 victory. Solid set serve. Near pin using the length of the tape. Punched back. Dump attempt on the spot was Rowe. Back set. Self-preservation. Couldn't get there. Were the Vikings, and timeout by Augustana as their lead has dwindled to 1 after it seemed to be they were cruising to set 1 victory halfway through. Again, at one point it was 12-11 12-11 Vikings. First timeout. Second timeout 16-12. And then things really extended Augustana's way, and Carthage getting some 2-for-1 deals, finding their way back. So 23-22 is where things stand at this timeout. Hurst and Skipper each with 4 kills apiece for the visiting Vikings, as Carroll, Rowe, and Carroll and Rowe each have 3 kills. Looking at some of the team numbers, 16-14 is the kill differential, siding the way of the Firebirds. 5 errors for Carthage on the attack. Out of their 32 total attack, they're hitting at a .344 percentage. Augustana at a .429 clip. Service errors 3 for Carthage, 2 for Augustana. And just like that, as the teams come back to the court, Augustana leads by 1, but serve is with Liv Carroll. Let's see what she could do with this serve. She does a pretty pronounced set serve, clears the net. Near pin. High set, blocked back, still alive. Double block, and that's gonna go half the length of the net. And Augustana is now at set 1 point. So on the free ball, went the way of Augustana. Tip over the tape, still alive. And it hits the pin off the block. And at the end of one, Augustana comes from behind and gets set one, 25.
This time, Carthage Athletics would like to thank the following corporate sponsors. Prager itself,
To
official
22.
provider of Carthage Athletics.
So we'll come back after we take a quick time out. The Vikings take set number one, 25 to 22. We'll be back in less than 3. It's yours truly, Peter Ferreri, CCIW NCAA Volleyball on the Firebird Broadcasting Network.
Arts and Noble at Carthage. Serving for Carthage, number 18, Tatum Kenosha.
And welcome back to the Firebird Broadcasting Network. Peter Ferreri on the call. Teams flip sides, left to right. Now going to be the visiting Vikings picking up where they left off. Massive kill to start set number 2. The battle for first place is on the line. Augustana trailed the first third of set number 1, came out firing midway through and didn't stop and didn't slow down, ending set number 1, 25 to 22. That one goes out of play, and Augustana gets another point. Coming into today's game again, Carthage was 5-2 at home, 4-1 away. Serve over. Bump near pin. Good pass by Carthage. Augustana with the 3-0 lead. That goes out of play. Untouched Vikings. We already have a timeout as Augustana came out in Fuego. 4-0 in this set number 2. Again, if you are Coach Ulmer, you're trying to tell your team, hey, this isn't our style of play. But boy, oh boy, again, 4-0 right off the bat for these two squads, as Hurst is up to 6 kills, Shipper 4, Julius 3, and again the numbers just stagnant for Carthage, as Rowie, Carroll, and Boston each with 3 apiece where they left off in set number 1. So just a quick 4 points. Attack error. So 1 by Rowie, 1 by Carroll, and next thing you know, it's 4-0. So boy, oh boy. Sure, the home faithful not expecting this. 8 errors now for Carthage to only 2 of Augustana. It's a game of mere inches. It's a game of a few points. It's not as if it was a blowout for the Vikings. 32 total attacks for Augustana. They are hitting at a very impressive 469 clip on those 13 assists and 1 service ace. Over the middle, left hand, keeping it alive, but that goes on the far side of the antenna, and Carthage gets a much needed point. Back to serve now for the Firebirds is Kebasek. Beautiful dig. And the Vikings set. Quick one over the top on the spot. Varanikar. That might be a joust. Pushed back to the side of the Firebirds. Back set, 10-foot line over the tip. Down, still alive. Varanikar sends it into the crowd. And the Firebirds back to within 2. You know, as mentioning the joust, I have a broadcast friend of mine, Allison Watson, former D1 player in her own right, said when it comes to the joust, and this is a newer revelation in my career, she said, I always wanted to be the second one to touch the joust, so that way I knew either I'm going to be able to redirect it and use my power, or if I don't win, it might just hit right down to the tape. Back set. Nice dig by Damon. And trying to kick it and going right back All smiles for the Vikings. They still have a 2-point lead, but back to serve. Again out of Durand, Illinois, is Jenna Damon, the libero. Back row not able to get there is Galuzzo. As Carthage now within one. That's going to be mishandled at the net, and just like that, a 5-1 rally for the home Firebirds to tie it up. Side bump. Back set, slide, blocked down! Roo for Carthage for all of your roofing needs in Kenosha. Called the Firebird Roofers and Associates. 6-5, Firebirds now have a lead. A 6-1 rally, make it 7-1 as a timeout will now be called by the Vikings. What a turn of events in set number 2. We're talking about Jenna Damon, the catalyst of this return. The 5'3" freshman, daughter of Bill and Sandy, studying an accounting major. She played, of course, at Durand High School, 3-time first-team all-conference selection, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 2-time MVP award selection, regional and sectional championship during her freshman year in high school. So she is used to stepping in at the earliest of ages and making some magic happen. Season high in digs was just a mere 4 days ago, 22 against Carroll. So has really been stepping up for this team. Again, had only 10 versus Wheaton on the 28th of last month. Before that, 9 versus Olaf and 8 versus Scholastica. So definitely did not see the court much early on, but now is all over the place and has the serve for the home Firebirds of Carthage. 7-5, it's a 7-1 rally for the Firebirds. Set, 10-foot line, hits the tape, so not getting the coach's point is Augustana, and Carthage now extends their lead to 3. And the Vikings get a much needed point, as it's going to be 8-6 instead of 9-5. So Durand, Illinois, a small town in Winnebago County, out of the greater Rockford area, has a population but of 1,443 people on the last census. So a standout from Durand, Illinois is standing out as a tool point for the Vikings. Durand, northwest of Rockford, just almost due west of Beloit. (10-7) Carthage, so we appreciate your geography lesson today hour 42 due west from here. So Augustana now has come back in this one just as they did in set number 1. So the challenge now for the Firebirds, they were down 4-0, rallied back, are now up 10-8, but get another point there. So the challenge, as I was mentioning, is can you keep this momentum going that you so desperately lost and need? You know, you lost in the second half of set 1. You didn't have at the beginning of here at set number 2. Left-hand serve. Good job keeping the rally alive. Out of position nonetheless. And just a mishandle on the pass, causing Caroline Hurst to have an attack error. And it is now 12-8. I tell you, there is a delicious smell of popcorn in the arena today. I don't know if there's somebody standing just a few feet away from me, but my goodness. Definitely want to grab some of that during intermission. But I digress. 12-9 your score at Tarble Arena. Pete Ferreri, CCIW action. Firebird Broadcasting Network. We'll go across the CCIW at our next timeout. As that return is going to sail a bit too far, as Skoda couldn't get under it clean. Carthage still a 2-point lead, but we saw this same situation happen almost to the exact point in set number 1 before Augustana pulled away and won 25-22. Hitting the antenna, you saw it buckle. And just like that, Augustana within 1. Not able to get the set clean is Skoda, and ladies and gentlemen, we're tied at 12. So a lead for Augustana, washed away. A lead for Carthage, washed away, and we are now at 12s apiece. But as we said, we'll go around the CCIW right now as some other outstanding volleyball action happening as we speak. As we see that Wheaton is trailing in set number 2, or excuse me, they're trailing 1 set to nothing in set number 2, but they have a 19-12 lead in set number 2. North Central was defeated in set number 1 by Illinois Wesleyan 25-15. They lead, however, in set number 2. So North Central leads in set number 2, 21-18. Also, Live Carroll leads over Elmhurst 25-19 as they're in set number 2 and also have an 18-13 lead in that as well. So that is our Around the CCIW timeout check-in brought to you by the Firebird Broadcasting Network. So both coaches have had to utilize their timeouts. They've done so successfully as both have used them, and then quickly thereafter, the lead has gone back to that of the team that called the aforementioned timeout. So back to serve is Rachel Galuzzo. And a service ace. So flat-footed was Skoda off the serve, as she'll now be subbed out for. And coming in is going to be Madeline Danielson, excuse me. Serve over as Galuzzo again. Directional tip. And Carthage finally gets a point after the great rally for Augustana. Up serve. Oh, it was right in between that no man's land of set or bump. So Veronica decided the side bump to no avail, as Carthage has now regained the lead. A ace for Carthage. Ace is the place for the helpful hardware serves. Carthage leads again by 2. So albeit the timeout point didn't happen. Oh, Nelly. Emily Skipper breaking the floorboards. That one falls down. Set serve. Set out of 3 level. Back set for Carthage. Back bump for the Vikings now. Back set, trying to redirect it. No lift called. Boom! Shakalaka! Says number 7, Emily Skipper. Pure power. Set serve by Nelson, or excuse me, that is Julius. And Julius a bit too far close to that 10-foot line after the serve. Got caught looking, couldn't get back quickly enough or adjust. Carthage now extends their lead to 3 as Pettinger to serve, or excuse me, Pettinger checks in. Oh, you can hear that up here. What a solid kill. Watermelon sugar high for the Vikings. Augustana now back to within 1. Serve. Back row goes out of play. It's what plagued Carthage in set number 1, as they are now tied at 17 apiece. So again, in set number 1, the errors by Carthage saw their demise, and they are now tied at 17, but the favor returned. Point lead for Carthage, 18-17. Oh, looking for the reverse dump was Amelie Ross, excuse me, tried to get a bit too fancy. That would have been a thing of beauty if it landed. She was all smiles, though. Got to take those chances once in a while. Set, block, still alive. And that goes too far. Far post. Down. Big kill by the Vikings. And ladies and gentlemen, from pillar to post, they're tied at 19. Battle for first place. on the line, in front of us unfolding. Back set, double block, still alive. Huge block by Carthage. Ajabola says, we don't talk about Bruno. 2019 Firebirds lead. Slide attack. Good return from the front row. And just mishandling the return. No fault of her own, as it was two quick tips. No true direction behind it. And with that, Carthage has a slim 2-point lead against the visiting Vikings here in set number 2. So checking on some of the numbers now, is Carthage still leads in the category you don't want to, and that's attack or errors, 11-7. 25-24, a slim 1-kill advantage lead. But one of the changes is that attack errors is up to 7 we talked about for Augustana, and their hitting percentage has dropped to 340. Still a beautiful number, but is now at 340 compared to the 226 of Carthage. 3 service errors for the Vikings to 5 of Carthage, and some individual numbers. Hurst leads the way still for the Vikings at 8 kills, Skipper for 7, and Julius with 5. And as for the home Firebirds, Liv with 5, Rowie 5, and Skoda 5. So still that diverse attack for the Firebirds sees them up by 2. Set number 2. Firebird Broadcast Network and the serve. Far pin, tip over. Set near pin. Dig with one hand is Varanikov. Another great play at the net for the Firebirds. Subbing in for the Vikings is Julius, as Carthage leads 22-19. To serve, Rowie out of Palos Heights, the pride of Shepherd, Illinois. Left hand dump. No dumps have been successful this evening. Both teams have been aware and had that court awareness. Our side. High decoy. Beautiful dig, Damon. Directional set. Damon tries to reset up the attack. Tip over. What a long rally here in Kenosha. Who wants it more? My goodness. Near pin, punch over, still alive, far pin. And points gonna go to Kenosha's Carthage College. A rally for the ages. For the Firebirds, a double hit called. 23-19, Carthage pulling away in set number 2. Doing a good job to keep it alive. What was the left hand fist? No pancake serve today, as Julius not able to get there. And we're now at set 2 point. Carthage within 1. Back bump. And points gonna go to the Vikings. Carthage still only needs 1. Vikings serve. Slide attempt. Slide, slide, slippity slide. Set number 2 is a fantastic voyage for Carthage as they come away victorious 25-20. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, who will take a 2-1 set lead? We'll find out when we come back shortly on the Firebird Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to the Firebird Broadcasting Network. I'm yours truly, Peter Ferreri, bringing you this battle for first place matchup between the Vikings of Augustana and your Firebirds of Carthage College. Tied at 1 set apiece are these two squads. Set 1 went the way of Augustana 25-22. Carthage took set 2 25-20. Team swap sides once again as the home Firebirds will be left to right. Visiting Vikings will be right to left. The differential in the jerseys, of course, the color of the numbers. Red for the Fire Red. Play at the net, not able to tip it from underneath is Pettinger. And Augustana draws first blood in set 3. Left-hand play at the net, joust won by Skipper. Again, a standout offensively and defensively for visiting Augustana. Back row. Back set. Not able to punch it cleanly was Julius. Carthage. It's their first point of set number 3. Set near pin. Oh, that just goes out of play as Carroll absolutely sent the thunder. Just missed the back row as Augustana continues or extends their lead to 3-1. Out of play, so point returned. Here in beautiful Tarble Arena. Men's team, national champions. Women's team would love to find the same results. Back set, palmed over the double. Beautiful dig again by Damon. That stays in play. Point for the Firebirds. And a big part of that can attest to the outstanding dig of the freshman Damon, the pride of Durand, Illinois. To note, I did locate the people eating popcorn in the stand, so it is to my left. I'm excited to know I wasn't just imagining it. I believe one of the players might either have a bloody nose or have hit in the mouth. It's Libro Baranacar. So Grace coming back in. As we are tied at 3 apiece. Back set. Swing in the lumber. Liv Carroll out of St. Michael, Minnesota. St. Michael Albertville High School. Boom. Quick set over the middle, double block, still alive. And that point is going to go the way of the Vikings. As infraction called on Carthage. Tied still at 4. Carthage not able to hand the serve receive as Augustana gets the lead 5-4. Not able to get there in the back row was Kabasek. Augustana extends lead. One thing we've seen so far this evening with Coach Ulmer, she has a short leash for timeouts. The moment she's like, all right, this is enough, calls that timeout, winning or losing in the given set. Beautiful dig again, and that's going to be a roof for Skipper. My goodness, Liv Carroll, it's a very short and abrupt delivery she has, but it comes flying off of her right palm. Here it comes again, but isolation blocked back down is Skipper, and there's that timeout as we talked about. As Augustana leads 8-4, they've doubled up Carthage, tied at 4 apiece at one point. Now looking at some of the numbers while we have a moment, Hurst up to 8 kills, Skipper 8, Julius with 6. As for the home Firebirds, 6, 6, and 6, Pettinger, Rowe, and Carroll. As for some of the total numbers, 29 digs for Augustana to 25 of Carthage, 4 blocks for Carthage registered, 6 reception errors for the Firebirds. 5-4 is still the number for service errors, but again, tack errors is what you don't want to see for Carthage. 14 attack errors to only 9 for Augustana, so those errors add up, and that is part of that differential between these two squads. So standing out a bit for Carthage, and we'll get to more on her in a moment, from Dubuque, Iowa, and Wahlert Catholic High School, is Ella Pettinger. Set near antenna. And another violation for Carthage. Not what you want to see coming out of the timeout. 5-point lead for Augustana. Now let it be noted, both teams that won the first 2 sets trailed significantly in each of those sets. So let's not count out the Firebirds just yet. But they need to stop the damage now. Near side, Sid Kruger. Nightmare on Elm Street at the Tarble Arena, as another timeout is needed for for Carthage, as Augustana rallied 2 in a row off against Carthage after the timeout. So while we got a moment, let's go around the CCIW again, brought to you by the Firebird Broadcasting Network. Sets 1 and 2 between Elmhurst and Carroll goes the way of Carroll. They have a lead by 2 in the third. Augustana tied at 1 apiece, as we know, against Carthage. Wheaton took set number 2 against North Park after North Park took set number 1. North Park a 9-point lead in set number 3, so set number 3 likely to go the way of North Park. And finally, Illinois Wesleyan is tied at 1 set apiece. They took the first from North Central. North Central came back, took set number 2, and North Central now a slim lead against Illinois Wesleyan. That one live in Bloomington, Illinois. So the Vikings bench is hyped up. They're excited. They're in a hostile environment here in Kenosha and have a 6-point lead in set number 3, already being tied at 1-1. That's what you want out of the timeout. A thunderous kill for Liv Carroll. The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Back to serve, Damon. Quick one set and not able to make the adjustment across the middle was Boston. Again, the quick attack for the Vikings. Carthage not able to adjust. That one just hits the left shoe of the line judge. But Carthage is more than happy to take that point as Kylie McCarthy is now back to serve, the 5'9" setter out of Libertyville High School, Mattawa, Illinois. Back set. Eleven to 7, Augustana still leads, however, McCarthy gets the serve once again. Back bump. Let's see what the Vikings can do. Decoy over the middle. Vikings not able to keep it alive, just goes inches past the far antenna. Carthage now within 3. So we'll be intrigued to see if another point or two happens if Coach Bethke decides to call a timeout of her own. As almost getting there, dangerous slide is Damon. My goodness, the effort though. That's a style point. No, it's not going to count in the actual point column, but man, if that doesn't show your teammates you're in it to win it, I don't know what does. Slide attempt, tip over. Beautiful job getting the tip. Katie Boston as just using a bit of finesse. Things continue along. Augustana 12, Carthage 9, Tarble Arena. Double block, falls back, hits an outstretched arm unwillingly for the Vikings. As Carthage gets a point. A service error by Rowe. Again, the small margin of error. Far pin, good job breaking through that far pin. Carthage came up swinging. Back row was a bit too far back. Left-hand serve by McDermott. That hits the ground. So it looks like a bit of miscommunication for the Vikings. As Carthage now clawed back and are within 1. Looks like we had a stoppage for a shoe time. Jaden Julius out of Leno Winslow High School in Winslow, Illinois. High back set off the double. Clean return by Carthage. Back set just too far. Getting out of the way was Skipper in the back row as Ajabola really brought it hard, but nonetheless to no avail. One of the serve specialists now, Galuzzo. 5'8" junior, and just a misplay by Rowe. A rare mental mistake for Katie. Pass far pin, down! Massive kill for Carthage. Yeah, baby, we like it like that. Skoda with a big one. Serving now. It's Kevasek. Kevasek gets the ace off the tip. Carthage within one again. Near pin. Carthage with the return. Free ball, Damon's got a side bump to keep the rally alive. All the way to the near side. Double hit called. Vikings get a point. So the Carthage Firebirds have brought it close in set number 3. A mishandle there. I will admit, I believe Carthage may have used both their timeouts here in set number 3. The scoreboard says that 2 still, but I know we've taken them, so this just may be Firebirds to try to win out a few points. Back set. Blocked down. Liv Carroll. Beautiful block and says, "You shall not pass." 2-point lead for Augustana. Serving. Danielson. Nice directional serve for the serve specialist. Grow Damon. And a misplay by Rowe. That's another mistake. She rarely makes mistakes. 2 in the past few points, just not able to cleanly do what she intended to do, whether it's a return or a hit. As Carthage now trails by 4 Augustana, doing a great job extending that lead. Ten-foot line. High toward the rafters. Bump, far pin. Rowe able to clean it up that time, but the Vikings reply. Another point for the Vikings. Nice little rally here by Augustana as they are 5 away with a 5-point lead to take set number 3. Rowe down! Rowe kill! You see me rolling. Beautiful play by Carthage. By Carthage. Carthage says, "Thank you, next." Augustana now, 3-point lead. Good job by the Vikings on the free ball to get the rally continued. Oh my goodness! You can't stop her. You can only hope to contain. Liv Carroll forces a timeout. Carthage, 3 in a row. They were down 20-15, rallied 3 quick ones as they're now trailing by 2. Looking at some of the numbers, 39-20, 32 the difference statistically for Carthage. Carthage and Augustana, how much closer does it get besides being tied both near 221 and 222 respectively for the hit percentage? Want to remind everybody, the next home game is senior night. It's going to be Wednesday, October 26th, so quite a bit of time before the squad is at home. And that's going to be against Elmhurst. So you put your hands up. They're playing my song as Carthage is more than excited to party in Kenosha as they have brought it to within 2. So again, the next time this team will be home quite a few weeks. That will be senior day against Elmhurst. That's Wednesday the 26th, that's 7. Set at the pin. Carthage trying to tie it desperately. Decoy, tip over the middle, sets up the Viking attack. Near pin. No tip called. Point is gonna go to the Firebirds, ladies and gentlemen. We're tied at 20 apiece, 5 in a row for the Firebirds. Able to get there are the Firebirds. Continue the free ball rally. Back set. Beautiful dig, back row. But point's gonna go to Vikings. Double hit called on the Firebirds. So it is a 5-1 rally for Carthage. As we need a quick cleanup on the court. But my goodness, what a comeback for Carthage. As you had thought that Augustana with a 20-15 lead was just going to run away with set number 3. Nonetheless, that did not happen. Mishandle as it was hit hard off the left hand of Katie Boston, and just like that, Augustana, 2 quick points, are now 3 away from set 3 victory. Flat-footed Rowie to keep the rally alive. Back set. Tool kill, bust out the hammer for Liv. Carthage within 1. What a back and forth battle for both of these squads. That one falls down. Vikings 23-21. 2 more for Augustana. Lots of credit to Coach Bethke and her squad if they're able to come away with set 3 as they faced a 5-0 rally to tie it at 20, to then now have their own 4-1 rally of their own to possibly take away set number 3, which you thought the momentum had fully gone back in Carthage's way. And that is going to be how set number 3 ends. So Augustana already taking 2 out of the first 3 against the home Firebirds. Will Carthage try to send it to 5? Or will Augustana win 3 out of 4? We'll find out when we come back for set number 4 action on the Firebird Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Firebird Broadcasting Network. I'm Peter Ferreri, joining you from Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. 5 days into the month of October, and we have a tie at the top of the CCIW standings between Augustana and Carthage, the 2 teams on the court this evening. Carthage came in on a 3-match win streak against St. Olaf, Wheaton, and Carroll, 2 of those 3 in conference play, and are getting the first point of set number 4. However, they lost 2 out of the first 3 sets, set 1 and set 3, 25-22 and 25-21. They took set 2, 25-20. Carthage coming out hot. Now, I would say that one team may or may not have the advantage, but both teams have had a deep deficit and come back and won the set. Both teams have had leads in the set, watch them diminish, but still won. So it really and truly is a tale of 2 teams and will and mistake-free volleyball. Firebirds lead, right to left. Both teams wearing the long sleeves white. Firebirds with a black and red stripe on the sleeve, along with the red numbers and letters, black trim. The Vikings differentiate by the gold numbers and letters and navy trim. Carthage wants to send it to 5. They now lead once again by 2, 4-2. Set served by Jenna Damon. That stays in. Augustana with a power hit. Checking in for the Vikings is Alexis Richards, outside hitter from Eldridge, Iowa North Scott High School. Back set. 10-foot line. Near pin. Almost a double block, but that stays in for the Vikings. 4-4 your score now, as the Vikings have tied it up. So slim lead, as we discussed. No lead is safe tonight in Kenosha. Set, near pin, off the left hand of the double. Quick one set, beautiful one kill, and you shall only need one, as Sid Kruger gets a beautiful one set and takes advantage. Next set. Such velocity behind Carroll's hits. Double block given Tool. Bust out the lawnmower as Carthage gets another kill. We will, as always, keep you afloat on what else is happening in the CCIW. Again, 11 straight losses back to 2013 for Augustana against the Firebirds. And we stated at the onset of this contest that the pressure, I would suggest, is on that of Carthage. Some may expect Augustana to fail against Carthage, and Carthage has to maintain their winning ways with first place on the line. It's tied at 6 apiece. Set far pin. 10-foot line, hits the tape. You'll take it any way you can. That is a occurrence where the tape is your friend. 7-6, Carthage leads now. Serving is Rowe. Carthage set. Too close to the pin. See if the Vikings can take advantage. Back row, Rowe, near pin. Quick one. Long rally here. Beautiful dig again by Damon. That stays in play. Carthage wins a crucial point in the long rally to extend their lead to 2. Again, they want to send this to 5. Beautiful hit. Massive kill by Katie Boston on the free ball, breaking the floorboards. Carthage lead extends to 3. Rowe to serve. That one goes out of play. The Vikings a much needed point. Rowe up to 14 kills for the Firebirds. She's taken this one into her own hands as Skipper leads the way for the Vikings with 12 of her own. Service error, rare error for the Vikings. Service error returned. Substitutions for both squad coming in. Galuzzo, one of the serve specialists. For the Vikings, the R2 explaining yet again. That's the second time he's made them reset and resub. As he said, I need to make sure I see that. You can't just run in. As he was looking at the home Carthage substitutions. Double block. Vikings putting up the wall within 1. Near pin. Carthage able to keep it in. See, that's something that Carthage wasn't doing much of the first 3 sets, and that of some of those back row, back line kill attempts. They were just going a foot or 2 past the line. They're dropping here in set 4. at the 10-foot line. Easy return, Damon, back set. And that one goes a bit too far. Liv Carroll had the right idea. The double block was coming, so she was going to have to tip it over the double with the defense right there or send it along the line. She sent it along the line, just didn't fall. It had done so successfully more than once throughout this game. Back set and hitting the tape for the Firebirds. And Augustana ties it at 11. Oh my word, it went 12-6 and dropped straight down at the line. Big kill by the Vikings, lead by 1. Timeout on the court. And while we have a minute, again, we'll go around the CCIW. As Elmhurst trails 2-1 as they are in set number 4. Wheaton and North Park are in set number 5, each team having taken 2. North Park 1, Wheaton 2, North Park 3, Wheaton 4. They're in set number 5. North Central and Wesleyan are in set number 4. Wesleyan took set 1, North Central 2 and 3, and Wesleyan with a lead number 4. We might have many CCIW games go to 5 sets, one of them already in that 5th set. Got some Eye of the Tiger in the background. They trade their passion for glory. Set 10-foot line. Net violation, Carthage. Not what they wanted out of that timeout. Augustana extends the lead to 2. Both teams converged at the 10-foot line, now spreading out. Good play by Carroll, using the double hand directional set. Vikings weren't necessarily happy about the call, nonetheless, point for the Firebirds. Such a game of fine lines with double touches or lifts. Through the double block, getting that point right back is Jaden Julius, bringing the Orange Crush. It's kind of a reference, Orange Julius. You get the reference. 14-12. Augustana, 2-point lead here in the 4th. Coming up from the 10-foot line, palming over, dropping down Julius. More finesse this rally for Augustana. Carthage, however, comes with the power. Katie Rowe, lady in red, is dancing with me. Beautiful play. And the Vikings get the point right back. Carthage get there off the free ball. They can side bump, trailing by 2. 10-foot line finesse again, Damon. near pin. That one goes a bit out of play. Firebirds back within one. Again, back and forth and back and forth. Finesse still by the Vikings. That one not touched. Goes over the sideline. Augustana extends their lead back to 2. Let's see what Carthage does get the point. Or excuse me. The R2 is going to talk to the R1. I thought it was, just to talk you through what I saw, I thought it was the Vikings point at first. However, then it was originally cheering on the Carthage side. Then the Vikings got the point, and then Carthage got the point. So it looked like the joust, it was going for the backhand dump. So again, talking is Bear Ross is talking right now, or was talking to the R1, and Coach Bethke is talking to the R2. It was such a close call at the net that ricocheted out. It was who touched it second. No official review, and nonetheless, Carthage within 1. When it's such a close contest, set after set after set, true, the final score of each set may not seem like it was as close as one may suggest, 25-20, 25-21 in sets 2 and 3. But my goodness, it was close, I promise. For those that have just joined, Carthage another kill, as they say TTYLXOX. Carthage ties up the Vikings at 16. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these squads here in a 4th and crucial set as Skipper leads the way for Augustana with 15 kills, Hurst with 9, Julius 7. As for the home Firebirds, Rowie with 15, Carroll with 10, Skoda with 9. Some of the overall numbers: 46 assists for the Firebirds to 36 of the Vikings. 51-42 the differential for kills leaning that way of Carthage, but still the 24 attack errors for Carthage compared to only 14 for Augustana, a 10-point attack error difference, a huge swing throughout the 4 sets have given the Vikings an advantage on the road against a very tough opponent in the Firebirds. Again, to repeat, Vikings have lost 11 in a row to the Firebirds, dating back to the year of 2013. Battle for first place in the CCIW. Both teams tied at 3-1 in the conference. Vikings come out of the timeout, all smiles, huge tool kill. Hedge trimmer. Vikings another point, 2 in a row out of the timeout. Pass to the middle, pass backside. Oh, that one stays in. The Vikings say talk to the hand as their lead extends to 3. Here in set number 4, can Augustana get their first win in almost 10 years? What a fourth period. Now let's go to some of the numbers again around the conference. North Central has indeed taken it to set 5. They are still in, my apologies, they are still in set number 4, tied at 25 apiece. So we'll keep you posted there. Wheaton leads North Park in their set number 5. Carroll is 1 point away from taking the game, and I believe they have done so. So Carroll defeats Elmhurst in 4. As we know, Wheaton has a strong lead in set number 5. North Central and Illinois Wesleyan, we'll keep glued to that score for you, as North Central and Illinois Wesleyan tied at 26 in set number 4. Again, across the CCIW, brought to you by the Firebird Broadcast Network. Good eye back row, Damon watching that sail away. Can Carthage come back? They have in all 3 sets thus far. Even though they did not prevail in 2 of them, they had a deficit. They were in a deficit and came back to at least tie it. They are back to now within 1. If another point is scored by Carthage, does Coach Bethke call a timeout? Double block! Carthage says, Silencio Bruno. We are tied at 19. There is that timeout, as we discussed. So both teams rolling through their timeouts in quick points here in set number 4, a crucial set number 4. If you are Carthage, of course, you're going to do everything you can to send it to 5. If you are the Vikings coming in to a raucous crowd in Kenosha, can you do what you can to come away with what some may say is a huge upset victory against long-standing CCIW rival Firebirds? Illinois Wesleyan, back to that score for a moment, a 28-27 lead in the 4th. But back to some of the numbers, 5 solo blocks for Carthage to 2 of Augustana. Skipper still with 15 kills for Augustana. Rowie up to 15 for the home Firebirds, along with 10 for Skoda and Carroll. Some fancy footwork by Jenna Damon. Hustlers, Gangsters. Bruno Mars playing over here. Do the Firebirds have some 24-karat magic to get them to set number 5? And they're 1 point closer to that. I always tell those that listen, if it's not a 3-set sweep, I always love to see 5. Take it the full way. 10-foot line. Hit the net, still alive, side bump. Can the Firebirds set up their attack cleanly? Back set, double block! No successful chicken wing for the Vikings. Substitution. Checking in, Rachel Galuzzo. 2-point lead, for the Firebirds. Some may have counted them out in set number 4. We knew better. And we also know better to not count out the Vikings even though they trail by 2. And points gonna go to the Firebirds. Double hit called on the setter. Substitution. One of the players, number 17, so Bear Ross, the setter, ran up to the R1 and had a few words for him. That's the second time in the past few points she's had something to say to the R1. Quick one set near side, sailing, takes me away. Carthage with another point. Carthage now 2 points away from sending it to the 5. Stop it! Stop it now! We are at set 4 point. Carthage has not slowed down. They are looking to send it to 5, leading 24-19. Left-hand serve. Back set for Caluzzo. Down! Kill! Carthage 25, Augustana 19. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to a final 5th and decisive set number 5. No way you'd rather have it. 5 set coming your way on the Firebird Broadcasting Network. We are back. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us this Wednesday evening, the 5th of October. We are in set number 5. What's at stake for the Vikings and the Firebirds is first place in the CCIW. Also for the Vikings, can they get their first win against the Firebirds since 2013? Your Carthage, can you continue your win streak against the visiting Vikings to 11 games in a row? A huge deficit in multiple sets for Carthage have clawed back to send it to 5. Left to right are the Vikings. High off the double. Back set. Blocked down. First point, set number 5, Vikings. Skipper up to 2 blocks, Bear Ross and Davis with 1 apiece. That one drops down, point Carthage. For those that are just joining us, we remind you that no lead is safe for either squad. Throughout all 5 sets, both teams have had a lead. Both teams have let it dwindle away. Both teams have come back from a deficit. Point goes to Firebirds. An absolute battle. I know it is a oft-used word here in the CCIW, but my goodness, a service ace! Vikings not able to return the serve from amazing freshman standout Jenna Damon. Back set. Left hand, Damon thought about jumping for it, but had back row support. Danielson not able to get a palm on it. Hop serve. That one falls down for the Vikings. So again, Liv Carroll all night has lived and died with either the absolute power stroke or the finesse along the line. She wasn't able to get that successful. Back row falls down. All Vranikar could do was put her hand out as Rowe gets another point. She's up to 16 kills for the evening. The serve, left hand, McCarthy, that goes out of play. Service error. Of course, we have no idea which way things will go. If it weren't for the amount of errors that Carthage has, this may be over already. But nonetheless, we continue on. Far pin, blocked back! Big roof by Asia Bola. Carthage gets that lead back. Besides being a playoff win or go home matchup, there is not much else you can ask in a regular season game. Scoop, there it is. Carthage up by 2. Service error. Buhager checked in for that serve to no avail. Falling away. Vikings trail by 1! Asia Bola! Strut like you mean it. Free your mind. 7-5. Net domination in set number 5 by Asia Bola. Double block still alive. Carthage, can they set up their attack? 10-foot line. Good return by the Vikings. Far pin block again. Asia Bola dominating the net play. Isolation. That's going to fall down. So it did tip her hand. It did fall. And nonetheless, we continue on. The Vikings not out of it. Only trail by 1. Kruger. Decoy. Too far, no tip. Oh, they are going to call the tip. We're going to switch sides. So at first I thought it was no tip called. The Vikings moved along after the call was reversed. I think they knew that one of the players touched it. Might have been Hurst. Or might have been Barrett Ross. Again, Barrett Ross, a vocal junior leader out of Thornton, Colorado, Stargate High School for the Vikings. One may have thought in set 4 that the Vikings were going to pull away and get their victory easily in the 4th. Carthage rallied, didn't look back, ended at 25-19. Now lead by 2, switch sides left to right. Firebirds out of play, no tip called. Carthage another point. Step into the fire. Can Carthage avoid errors? A service ace! Tatum Kabasek forcing a timeout for Augustana as Augustana trails now by 4. I was just going to say, can Kabasek do a clean serve? Errors on the service side and attack side have been an Achilles heel for this Carthage team all night. Can she clear the net? Not only does she clear the net, she gets a beautiful service ace. Looking at the numbers now. Service aces, Carthage 11-10 for Augustana. Carthage at a 197 hit percentage to 158 for Augustana. 52 assists for the Firebirds to 40 of the Vikings. 57 kills to 46. And leading the way is Katie Rowe with 17, Carol behind with 12, and Skoda with 10. But the fifth set lead extended by one and only Asia Bola, up to 5 blocks on the evening, has just taken over set 5. She's on the bench right now. Now let's see if that coach's point works. And it does. We talk about not the time to make an error. As aggressive on the serve is Kebasek, and hits it in the middle of the net. You want to be the aggressor. You want to keep your foot on the gas while also avoiding errors, and 2 in a row. The Firebirds were hyped up. And now after a service error, and the Vikings get a service ace. So timeout will now be called by Coach Ulmer. Again, we have said no lead is safe, albeit Carthage was up by 4, albeit they were 5 points away from a stunning 5-set victory. They have now found themselves only up by 2. They're still excited, they're still dancing, they're still staying loose. Coach Ulmer, again, quick to call the timeout when any indication things may not be going the way she would like. So that is something, if we do have a post-game chat with her, I want to bring up, as it is gutsy to call the timeouts where and when she does. Some coaches that I've seen at the NCAA level really let it go farther. She is quick on that trigger. But nonetheless, we sit. Carthage needs 5, Augustana needs 7 to win a crucial first place deciding matchup in the CCIW. Pass far side, back row, no tip called, as Carroll tried for finesse when that block was coming. Ladies and gentlemen, Augustana on a 3-0 rally, looking to tie. Oh my word, Cassidy Stahl checks, Leah Rizzo, the 5'8" freshman out of Shepherd High School, former teammates with Katie Rowe, has service aced the Vikings to a 4-0 rally. Ladies and gentlemen, they're tied at 10. Carthage had a 4-point lead. All the momentum was in their favor. They were absolutely rolling. And then, service error. And then, received a service ace. Then, a misguided shot past the back tape. And next thing you know, ladies and gentlemen, another service ace. Let's phrase it this way. 3 out of the past 4 points have been decided by an ace or service error. Only 1 attack error out of the last 4 points. The serve received, oh, so crucial at any point in time, but especially here tonight in Kenosha. To serve, Leah Rizzo, 5'8" setter, Crestwood, Illinois' own. Service error. So 4 out of the past 5 points decided at the service line. My goodness. Now to serve, one of the serve specialists for the Firebirds, Danielson. Getting the clearance from the R2. Here's the net. Mishandle on the pass. Rizzo, who subbed in to set and be a serve specialist, mishandles that pass. It was close to the net. Checking in for the Vikings, Skipper. Carthage needs 3. Directional back row, Danielson. Set, far side, Rowie. Near pin, falling away. Point's gonna go to Carthage, double hit called on the Vikings. Vikings need a timeout. It was 10-6. Then Augustana rolled back to tie it at 10. Now Carthage leads by 3, 13-10. 2 more points they need, but I can't say anything because as we know, Augustana just came back from 4. We know they can come back from 3. What a thrilling Wednesday night NCAA volleyball game. I am honored to be on the call with you again, Peter Ferreri, on the Firebird Broadcasting Network. Carthage leads by 3. Across the CCIW again, North Central and Illinois Wesleyan now are in a set 5. North Central with the lead. We know where things are here this evening. For this game, those are the only 2 left on the docket. Boy, oh boy, the excitement continues. Right now, if you're Vikings coach Becky, what more can you say to your team than what they have already been through? A mere 3 points ago, they just went on a 4-0 rally. So she probably said, do it again. Can the Firebirds have a clean serve? Danielson does cleanly serve it. Set near pin, double block, stays in. Thank you, come again. Carthage at game, set, match, point. Can the Firebirds, who were down by as many as 5 in set number 4, came back, rallied, and now lead in set 5. Point's gonna go to the Vikings. Lift called on Carroll. If Augustana wants a chance to win this, they're gonna need to send it to extras. 2 points needed to win. Serve. Picked up by Danielson. Far side, Rowie. Near pin, off the double. Firebirds, back set, directional tool, 2-handed tool. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be all she wrote. Carroll, who's known for her power and striking ability, uses finesse to directionally set the pass off the outstretched left arm of the defender. The coaching staff erupts. They are embracing each other as the Firebirds' thrilling victory against the Vikings, 15-11. I'm thankful I didn't lose my voice. My goodness, what a turn of events for these home Firebirds this evening. My goodness, what a joy and honor it was to call this matchup. The coaches are all smiles. Again, what was on the line? First place in the conference, an 11-game winning streak that goes all the way back to 2013. Close calls, come from behind victories. Coach Ulmer, putting her hands in her face, is just absolutely shocked. She is now dancing Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Ulmer is dancing in the circle. Team stats, 58-47. Carthage led the kill category by 11. Hitting percentage 193 for the Firebirds to 154. The Vikings. Aces led the way for Augustana, a mere 12-11. Assists 53-41. Digs 69-68 for Carthage. Folks, we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, the post-game show coming your way. Coach Ulmer will likely make her way up to the booth as we'll have a few moments with her. We'll be back shortly. A thrilling 5-set victory for the Firebirds over the Vikings. It is the Firebird Broadcast Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now part of the post-game show here on the Firebird Broadcasting Network. Pete Ferreri alongside Coach Ulmer. Coach, doesn't get much more exciting with that. How did you talk me through it, because, you were dancing on the sidelines. I was excited up here.
We're a funny team like that. We're a pretty young team. And, they're just their best when they're relaxed and they're loose. And I think we got a little uptight, kind of early on. And they were just feeling the pressure, and it became very much what an amazing win. I don't even know. I'm not even sure what just happened. But,
sure.
But they just kept going back and forth. Whatever team got on it, it's always a serve pass game, and it was very evident tonight. So they have some really good servers, and they were putting us back on our heels. And serve receiving, when you're out of system all night long, it's not going to be pretty, right?
Sure.
Literally that fifth set, we both hit like zero.
Yeah.
Somebody just had to figure it out. And get a W, but
I was going to say, you led in almost every statistical category, but including that of attack errors.
Right.
How did you compensate for that? What were you telling the team every time out?
I just kept telling them, I want to see my team. I'm not sure whose team this is right now. That's not typically how we operate.
Yeah.
Slapping the ball around. I think, they put up a pretty big block, even though, we outblocked them 14-4, but I think just the fact that they are big, I think part of it, we're out of system, right? So we're making errors because you're not in a good stride. And some of it, I just kept telling them, we're not going to tip our way into this thing. We're going to have to hit. So we tried to clean that up. We had the great service run, Fiona McDermott's. We had like a sub left.
Yeah.
We're strategizing on the sideline on the fly about what to do.
Yeah.
And I just told her, the greatest thing would be for you to just run this thing out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they listen to me, right?
It's
sometimes,
good.
Sometimes it works. And then, my biggest job is just to keep them relaxed. They just, they just want to win so badly, and they want to do so good. And sometimes they put so much pressure on themselves.
Yeah.
So, they think I'm yelling at them, or they think, and I just really know how good they can be, and I just want to try to put them in the best place. And I just want them to know that when they dance like that, when they're relaxed, it's not disrespectful. It's just trying to be relaxed and have fun.
Yeah.
this isn't brain surgery, right?
Sure.
This is volleyball, and Augustana, what a great team. Really talented team,
Yeah.
a lot of juniors on that team, a lot of experience. I mean, we had to give them everything we had to try to get through this tonight. And the CCIW is just a hot mess, right?
Absolutely.
It's every night. This,
Yeah.
like I told the girls, really I think we have 10 or 11 matches left, and every one's just going to be a battle.
Sure.
Like this, because the conference is just up for grabs. So,
Yeah.
you know, the resilience, we've talked about that a lot, about grit and resilience and bouncing back, and they did that tonight, and I'm really, really proud of them. And it wasn't pretty, but it's a W. So.
2 players I want to talk about, Coach. First one that really helped be a catalyst in set number 5 is Asia Bola. I mean, she at the net.
Yeah.
I don't want to say a quiet game, but 5th set came on and truly changed the tide of the whole game.
I agree with you. Lena was on fire. I mean, she was blocking everything they were throwing at her there. And, you know, she's a middle by trade, and we've decided to go with the 6-2 offense and had her play on the right side. And I give her so much credit. You know, she's a little out of position, but she's embraced it.
Yeah.
And she was huge for us. If she doesn't block those balls, I'm not talking to you about a W tonight. I know they must have been so frustrated to not win that 4th set. They had complete control of it. Things weren't looking so hot on our side.
Yeah.
And Lena she fires us up. You know, she's just a great kid, and she just loves life and gets after it, doesn't stress herself out. Those blocks were huge. Fiona's serving, Lena's blocks. You know, offensively wasn't our best night ever, but 14 blocks, that's a good amount, and Lena accounted for a good handful of those.
One player I also want to mention, I don't know the last time I saw such an outstanding freshman libero as Damon.
Amazing.
I mean, truly all across the court, offensively, defensively. What's it like having her in the back row? Because she's getting 10, 20, you know, digs like it's nothing, and that's a recent development in the stat column.
Well, you know, our starting libero, Aubrey's been out with an illness, so I'm just so blessed to have a kid like Jenna to step in, and she's amazing. And, you know, she just makes us better, and when Boo does come back, we're just going to be that much better because of it. But I said something to one of the assistants. If the girls would just get on her back, I mean, she is playing fierce.
Yeah.
I mean, that kid's a competitor like I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
And she just would refuse to let a ball drop. I mean, she never gets in her head. She's just fierce. I mean, she's diving, she's throwing her body around.
Yeah.
I just kept thinking if we could just follow her lead, you guys. This kid's competing really hard. She was amazing tonight. She's been great.
I would say there was one play, I believe it was the 2nd set, where she almost went to the basketball hoop off to the side. Yeah. And I said on the broadcast, if the Firebirds find a way to win, if they don't rally behind that play, what can it take?
You know, when they get a little bit in their heads and they get scared, I'm thinking, here's a freshman giving you everything she's got. She has absolutely no fear. Yeah. No fear. I mean, she served us tough. She served tough. She passed great tonight. She was all over the floor, you know, and they just need to follow that kind. That's inspirational to me as a coach and to her teammates, you know, and I think, we're just super blessed to have her. I was excited when I recruited her, you know, lucky to get her, and she's been huge for us in the absence of Boo. And when Boo comes back, we're just going to have more back row kids who are just really, really good at what they do. But she's really been amazing. Yeah, Coach, I'll leave you with this next opponent, University of Chicago. Yeah. What do you do to take this momentum into that one? Out of the frying pan into the fire, as we say. Well, it helps that we won, right? Yeah. That's back-to-backs are always tough. It's not an ideal scheduling situation, but this is the time we can find. Yeah. So I think, you know, they'll be feeling good tonight. You know, we don't really get a chance to practice again or anything. We're just going to go with it, right? So we've watched film on them, and I don't know what they did tonight. Maybe they played. But, you know, we'll get in the bus. The girls like to go on the road, too. Yeah. We love playing at home. Sure. But they're a lot of fun on the road, and I think Chicago's probably a team kind of similar to us. I mean, they've won some, they've lost some. Yeah. And they'll be tough. They're always tough. So we'll see if we can be a great regional win for us. Hopefully we can ride some of this momentum, clean up some of the stuff, maybe get over some of the anxiety we had. I think sometimes they want things so bad, especially at home. Yeah. You know, maybe we can just relax a little bit and make some adjustments and play a little better offensively and then keep up the defensive intensity and the blocking. It was huge. Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you so much for your time. Congrats on the big win. Yeah, we appreciate you calling the game tonight. Thank you so much. Thanks to our fans. Absolutely. Take care. All right, again, that was Coach coming in. A huge, thrilling 5-set victory. Again, 15-11 is how set
5 ended 25-19 was set 4, 25-21 3, 25-22, and set 1 was 25-20. For Michael Love, John Voinovich, our executive producer and line producer, to the director Laura Stockham, Emma Lebecki, Paige Downey, and Natasha Mizera, our outstanding camera operators, graphics, and director here this evening. I want to thank you one and thank you all. This program has been a presentation of Carthage College. Carthage wins in 5 on the Firebird Broadcasting Network.